Let's take a look at today's bell work. By the way, we're in week 8-3, and this is today's work right here in the middle. It says find the average. Okay, so to find the average, you're going to add them up and divide by how many numbers you have. In this case, we have 3 numbers. So let's add them up. When you do, you get 8 plus that 7 is going to give you 15 divided by 3 numbers gives you an average of 5. Okay? Now, to get standard deviation, you're going to take each number minus the average, square it. You're going to add all those up and divide by the number of numbers you have. Okay? So, we're going to take 3, which is our first number, minus the average, which is 5. We're going to square it, plus the next number, which is 5 minus the average, square it, plus 7 minus the average, square it. We're going to add those up. That's what that little summation number means. And then we're going to divide by how many numbers. In this case, we have 3 numbers. So let me make it a little smaller. And let's take a look at this. Okay, so standard deviation, which is a symbol of, I think the symbol looks something like that. We'll check on that. This right here is going to be a -2. But when you square it, you get a +4. This gives you 0, and 0 squared is 0. This gives you 2 squared, and that gives you 4. You add this up, and you get 8. So you're going to take 8 divided by 3. So you're going to take your calculator and take 8 divided by 3, and the standard deviation is going to be 2.6. That is your standard deviation. Okay? So today we're going to watch a video on figuring out standard deviation. We're going to get the definition of what standard deviation is, and we're going to work a worksheet. And today's worksheet looks like this. It's actually printing right now. Let me pull one on. Okay, so today's worksheet looks like this. And this is going to be week 8-3, worksheet A. And this one is 9.2. And today's date is 2/28. And put your period, circle whichever one it is. And there it is. Okay, so again, today's worksheet looks like this. All right. There it is. Okay, let's turn our attention now to 7th period. In 7th period, we're going to be doing substitution here. Okay, so let's take a look. Well, to do substitution, I would solve this equation for y and move the 5x over here. So you're going to get y equals 5x minus 3y. You're going to take all of this and substitute in place of the y. So you're going to get 3x minus 8 times all of that is equal to 24. And then you got to work it out, you got to distribute. Okay, so that's going to be a -40x, and that's going to be a +24y. You're going to add up your x's here, and let's see what happens. Okay, so this should be 5x minus 3. So 5x minus 3 is going to give you +24. And so what you're going to do is subtract 24 and get 0 on that side. And this right here gives you, it looks like a -37. When you divide, you get 0. So you're going to get x is equal to 0 on this one. And then you're going to put your 0 here and get -3. And that should do it. And you can check it and verify it. And we'll work it again if we need to. But today we're doing elimination. So on a new sheet of paper, copy this one down. Now elimination, you want to line up your x's, line up your y's, and line up your numbers. Excuse me, and of course number 1 has that. What you're doing is trying to make something cancel here. So if you look, if I had a 7 right here, that plus 7 and that minus 7 would cancel. So I would multiply this whole thing by 7. So 7 times 5 is going to give you 35x. And then right here, they're going to get a plus 7x, or 7y rather. And 7 times 9 is going to give you 63. These cancel. That gives you 45x is equal to whatever that is. So 63 minus 18, I have a suspicion on what it is. It's 45. And I like that because when I divide by this 45, I get 1. So x is equal to 1, and then I pick whichever equation looks easier. I like the first one, so I'm going to say 5x plus y is equal to 9. X is 1, so scratch that out. You're going to subtract 5 and get 4. So y is equal to 4, and that's how you do elimination. Elimination, you make something cancel. And we'll work some more. But that's pretty much it. So have a good morning, and I'll see you in class.